Well, it's getting towards the middle of September, and blackberry season is probably drawing to something of a close. There are still some blackberries around to be picked, some nice ones too, but there won't be very many more days where we can actually pick ripe blackberries. However, today I'm concentrating on something else. I am actually going to pick unripe blackberries, and we're going to make a recipe that I've seen called pickled unripe blackberries. So I'm probably going to go for ones that are like that, where they're red but they're not fully ripe. Just want to get a look at this. This is a hornet. It's like a giant sized wasp, and despite the fact that they actually look pretty horrific and scary, they are actually more docile than your standard stripy yellow and black wasps. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of this fella, because they have got a fearsome sting, and it's a sting that stands more chance of putting you in hospital than does a standard wasp sting. But if you leave them alone, unlike yellow jacket wasps, hornets are generally fairly trouble-free. So here's a tree with tempting looking berries, but we really shouldn't eat these. This is purging buckthorn, and as the name suggests, these berries are a very strong laxative and probably emetic as well. So if you were to eat these berries, I don't think you'd die. You might wish you had. So that's purging buckthorn. It's one to look at but leave for the birds, I think. Well, if we were out for our protein today, we could make a good start with that one. But today I'm not catching crickets and grasshoppers, I am picking blackberries. So this one's going to get let off lightly. Interesting little sight, there's a dead fallen ash tree there. I know it's an ash tree because that fungus that's growing on it is called cramp balls. Not edible, but actually quite useful. If it's dried out, it can be used as tinder for starting fires. I might have a go at that actually, but I'm not going to try that today. So despite the quite dry summer we've had, it does look like we're going to have quite a good crop of sloes this year. And it looks like it won't be very long before they're ready for picking. Eva, come on out there. Come on. Now come on. Eva. Come on. So yeah, quite a good crop of sloes, I would say, considering we've had such a dry summer. Wow, yeah, so look at this. Look at those sloes. I'm not telling you where this is because I'm coming back to pick these later. Obviously this is a spot where there is sometimes you get this, you get like a local variety of sloes which is particularly abundant. I mean, either that or it's just growing in a very favourable microclimate. But I've seen this before where you find a hedgerow, and one particular little patch of the hedgerow is incredibly productive for sloes. And I think these are probably all seedlings of the same sort of variety. I mean, look at those up there. Can't get to those because there's a thicket of brambles in the way. But look how abundant the sloes are on those branches up there. But there are plenty that are within reach of me, so not a problem. We've also got elderberries here. The elderberries don't seem to have done quite so well this year. At least the bushes I've seen around seem to be a little bit sparse. I think they have suffered with the drought that we had earlier in the year. There are still elderberries to be had, but not as many as I might have seen in a slightly wetter year. It looks like we've got a good crop of rosehips on the rose bushes. Not quite ready for picking yet, but we will pick some rosehips later in the year and make some rosehip jelly. Just want to look across this field. There's a really visually striking feature in this field, which is all of the dead heads or the dry heads of the dock plants. That entire field is full of common dock, which is now turned a rust orange brown colour, and there's a huge swathe of it. Really quite visually striking. I don't know how well that's picking up on the camera, but well, I don't know if the colour brown can ever be really described to be vibrant, but there's just this solid block of rust brown colour over there. Quite impressive. Lunatic, honestly. What are you doing? What's that all about? Oh dear, still got the zoomies. Right, okay, fine. Done? You all done? Come on then. Well, I came out to pick red blackberries for pickling, but the ripe blackberries are just so very fine that I couldn't really resist picking some of those as well. So fortunately, I always carry a spare bag or two. So I've got some lovely ripe blackberries there. I've got my red unripe blackberries as well for pickling. In fact, I might try pickling the ripe ones. I'll see if I can find a decent recipe for that. I think we will probably tackle that in another video though, because we've done and seen quite a lot today. So that's all for now. If you want to watch the video of pickling blackberries, follow the card that's appearing in the top right hand corner right now. But that's all for now. Thanks for joining me on this little wander through the fields, picking berries and just looking at stuff. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Eva, come on, let's go get some lunch. Come on. Come on.